Welcome to Dacey's Divas. Hi, I'm your host, Dacey. Today we have this talented, she's like a tornado. She has swept downtown Lowell like a storm. She's a well-known hair designer, and you will see what a great passion she has for the fight against cancer. Please welcome Meghan Harrah. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good morning, and thank you for coming on the show.
No problem.
We have so many great things to talk about today. You have a wonderful event coming up. We're going to hear all about you. But first, I have to say that this fabulous young diva that has made so much of a difference out there throughout the communities. We met a few years ago when I had emceed an event for Lowell Women's Week. You were honored. And then we recently reconnected in February. You were being honored again for Fight Like a Girl.
Correct.
Howl Magazine honored you. We have to give a big shout out to Rita Savard and Tori Germain. There are other divas out there. They are always making a difference for the music and art world. And they're always highlighting wonderful women like yourself. So proud to have you on the show.
Thank you, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so first, let's tell the viewers a little bit about Meghan, who you are, and then we'll get into what you do. And
Okay. My name is Meghan Harrah, and I own Eyeful Beauty in Downtown Lowell. We are an alternative salon, but we cater to everyone. It's focused more on education. We do a lot of different education when it comes to bettering our career. So we really try to change people's image and keep them up to date on the beauty industry. So it's important to us, and most importantly, we're all artists and we're very passionate about what we do, so it comes through in our art.
Well, I can tell how passionate. Where are you from, honey? Are you from the Lowell area? Or?
No, actually, I'm from Grass Valley, California.
Wow.
Yes, I originally was in the military, and I got stationed at Hanscom. And I just liked the area, so I ended up staying.
Wow, so what made you get out of the military?
I did a tour in Iraq, and I kind of was over it at that point. I was ready to kind of start something new. My enlistment came up, and again, I got stationed at Hanscom, and I ended up getting deployed shortly after, so I didn't really get to experience New England like I wanted to, and when I got back, I just fell in love with it. So I did a few things.
I know
real estate.
You got into the real estate? Wow, right?
Went to real estate school, went to Cosmos school, and I was bartending at night. So I was just kind of like all over the place, just trying to figure out where I belonged. And I ended up really having a strong passion for hairdressing and making people smile.
Well, you're a beautiful girl, not only exteriorly, but on the exterior, but inside. Tell me a little bit about the education part. I saw where first you're the owner of Eyeful Beauty.
Correct.
Okay, so what made you come up? I love that name, Eyeful Beauty. Tell me a little bit about where, if people don't know where your location is, and about how you came up with that great name.
Eyeful Beauty started because prior to me, well, actually when I was going to Cosmos school, I was also behind the scenes and in front of the camera doing a lot of vintage pin-up retro photo shoots. And it seemed pretty popular to have a second name, so I ended up going with Eyeful Gal, and it ended up turning into Eyeful Beauty. But Eyeful is actually a vintage pin-up magazine, and it went out of business in the late 40s. But I just loved the name, and I thought it was different, and I really wanted something that was going to be different and kind of follow up with my brand and everything that
good for you.
We stand for.
Talented and creative. I love, it's funny that you said that, because I love a picture you posted on Facebook probably about a few weeks ago, and I said, wow, this is vintage. It was you on the bed with your dog, and I said, you're natural but vintage, so there, see?
Yeah.
And it comes through because you dress vintage, and I wish those days, those days, they were so glamorous.
Oh, I was totally born in the wrong decade.
Yeah, I know, you and me both, believe me, I got a few years over you. So that's great. Now you educate, you are an educator also for, what is it? Quine, how do you say it? Cune. Okay, tell me a little bit about how you got involved with that.
Originally, I was, my first salon was down Woburn. My second salon that I started working at was Shampoo, Hair and Day Spa in Chelmsford. And out of that location is SoCap Hair Extensions, and that is the New England distributor for SoCap Hair Extensions. So I ended up not only being one of his stylists in his salon, but I ended up being one of his educators. So I really enjoyed teaching, and it was a lot of fun for me. And when I left the company to start Eyeful, I still had a passion for it, but it just took a lot of time. So I kind of branched off from that for a while, and I ended up working, or my color company ended up asking me to see if I was interested in educating, and of course I jumped on it. So I've been teaching with them for 2 years now, and it's very exciting. I get to go to salons in the area, I get to teach, I get to be part of huge hair shows by Kuhn. And
that's a great experience. How does it make you feel to teach and educate? Are you educating women, Meghan? Are you educating the public?
No, I'm educating other stylists on color theory. So
plus you're educating us all day long when we come into your hair salon,
exactly.
correct?
Yep, and that's part of, that's a lot of what you will definitely see through coming to us and getting your hair done. We're very much about the education and you understanding how to take care of your hair at home and what we're doing today, and we want you to feel comfortable with what we're doing. So we educate you on what we're doing. And
please, you could not educate me all day long, not because of you. My hair would be like, I'd be like, oh my goodness, you know?
We love it when people like you come in though, because we get to just it's just comes out of the mouth, and we love what we do. So we're not selling, we're not doing anything like that. We're just strictly just doing what we do.
You're making women feel good about themselves, or any men, I'm sure, come in. Children come in.
Huge men.
I think that it is so important. I have to say, she is a VIP girl. You are. I mean, a hairdresser is a very important person. You're like a therapist. You're probably like a confession booth. And who doesn't, I know when I have my hairdresser, whether it's going to a wedding, I'm in my 100th wedding as a bridesmaid, I have to go to a funeral, I'm doing a charity event. It's like, who do you call? Your hairdresser first, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's not an easy job.
No.
It's stressful. I don't think I could be a hairdresser. I'd be listening to people all day long and saying, you're kidding me. He did that to you? I'd be like, move over. So tell me a little bit about that, the stress level. How do you handle it with listening to all of us all day long?
It's more about the hair test, and making you feel better. When it comes to listening to you, I mean, we're just listening.
Right. Do you give advice?
Sometimes, but I mean, that's only if they ask. Otherwise, I'm gonna, divert
how
the conversation.
Can you mix? I'd be mixing and then listening to everybody at every station. Like, I'd be like all nerved up.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting, and honestly, they become part of your family and friends, and you call us an emergency, and generally we jump to it, right? Sunday, Monday, we're closed. I worked yesterday on Labor Day. I had to cut someone's hair before Wednesday.
You love your job, but you can tell how passionate you are. But you do a lot. We're going to talk about why you're here today, too, to promote a great fundraiser that you're doing for cancer, the fight against cancer. But let's talk a little bit about your outfit, and then, because we're still talking about you educating, you're doing great things for public, but you do a lot of things out there in the community for charity, correct? So I said I loved her outfit. Tom, can we zoom in on her great pants? So tell me this fabulous story and cute outfit. Tell me what you just told me before the show. I loved it. It was awesome.
So one thing that I'm very passionate about is community service and education. So we decided one year, because it costs a lot of money for us to go to academies and whatnot. For example, we're all going down to Atlanta in November.
Wow.
$1,400 in plane tickets, probably around
a lot.
$1,200 in hotel, and then each girl it's $800 per ticket. So,
costly.
For us to get a weekend of education, it's, going to be about $5,000 for all of us to go down. So it does get very costly. And so we have an education fund, and what we do is we'll do a ladies' night, or we do small little events through the salon so that we can raise money for education. And one year we decided that, that thrift shop song
Yes.
that was really popular. It was like during that time, and we all decided that we were going to ask.
Is it $20 in my pocket, that one?
Yeah.
Yes, I love that song. Yes, all right. All right, see, I'm not that old. I know these things. But it's true. My father, when I grew up, always going to, like, in my day, high school or college, I'd always say, do you have $20? I said, I should have made that song. That was a great song. Yes.
So we decided that we were going to ask our clients for their hand-me-downs, and we did it for about 4 months, and we had tons of racks donated by our clients.
Good for you.
And we totally turned the whole salon into a thrift shop for 2 days.
Wow.
We just opened the door, we worked the shop, and then all the money raised, we ended up putting towards our education. And then we ended up taking all the clothes that were left over, which was a lot of clothes.
Wow.
And it was all designer clothes. I mean, our clients were giving us Gucci bags, and like,
wow.
It was crazy. And then, so anyways, we took all those clothes and then we donated it to the suitability.
Yes.
And so that was really cool for us, because it was just like truckloads of designer clothes for women, to help women get jobs and go to interviews, and even children going to high school.
Right.
A lot of times image is really important to them, unfortunately, and a lot of times are kind of pushed to the side when they don't have the cool clothes, and it's crazy to me, but
and people
whatever
do help.
we can do to kind of help something like that, we always jump on it. So we donated all of our clothes for our education, for the community. But we do a lot of community service. I think it's really important that we do community service. And one of the main ways I've gotten my girls into really participating in the community is our annual cancer event.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. And we're going to show the t-shirt here. So tell me a little bit about this fabulous event and the passion that you have for this.
So 5 years ago, in 2009, we were going to have a fundraiser one night, and we were going to donate all the money to one of the girls that works for me. Her name's Nikki, Nikki Garvio, and her mother unfortunately passed away with breast cancer, and so her family does.
Here's Nikki right here.
That's my girl.
I'm going to dedicate the show to Nikki's mom.
Thank you. So we decided that we were going to have a fundraiser and donate all the money that we raised that night to her charity called Joe Mama. Both her charity, Joe Mama, donates everything to Teamwork Cancer Care. So there's a bunch of different groups that have their own teams and whatnot. And so we were going to donate all of our money. Her father is the president of Team Walk for Cancer Care. And he approached me, and the first year we did it, we raised $7,000.
Good for you. That's amazing.
In one night. Like, we were just blown away.
But you had such a passion. I'm not blown away, because you have such a passion for what you want to do and what you believe in.
And we made our first year shirts, and those we sold over 3,000 of them.
Wow.
And it was just like mind-blowing. So we raised $7,000 that year, and that year was the year Nikki's father came out to us and said, you need to become your own charity, because anytime you raise over $5,000, you're automatically part of a 5K club. Right. And so there's about 15 people in the 5K club at Lowell General. I think I might be the youngest.
I know you are. I know you were being honored a few years ago at Lowell Women's Week.
So it's exciting every year. So we became our own charity.
Here, honey? That's it. Oh, nice.
We were that picture was taken to be on the side of a bus. I was on a bus.
Wow.
That was really exciting.
It should be exciting.
I pulled
You're
up.
kind of like Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City right now.
It was. I literally was just sitting in my car, and I looked over, and I was like, oh my God.
That's great, really. Good girl.
So that was kind of cool. But
that's nice.
So we became our own charity, and then of course, because we were the 5K club the first year, we had to do it every year. So every year we've raised over $5,000. We've been part of the 5K club at Team Walk for 5 years now. This year hopefully will be our 6th year, this will be our 5th year.
You'll be up to
we're
almost
excited.
you're over almost 30,000.
Almost.
Amazing.
After this party, hopefully we'll be.
Tell me something about the fabulous shirt. I think Pete will probably flash your logo here, which I love. Now, who came up with this name?
Actually, one of my really good
Oh,
friends.
look at this one too.
Oh, this one. This
Okay.
is. So every year I've kind of just thrown letters on a shirt, and it was very easy to
I like
do.
this one.
But this year I decided, because it's our 5th year, I thought we should do something a little bit different. And I spent my birthday drawing. And I
You
was,
drew that yourself?
I was in heaven, by the way.
Wow, you
But
should
no,
be.
I didn't actually draw this particular picture. I drew my
An idea. Right.
And
Oh, that's a good
my
idea.
tattoo artist, Josh Brooklyn, at Devotion Inc. up in Nashua, he took my picture and he created this image. And I love it.
Yeah.
It's just everything that
It's powerful. It's
resembles
classy,
us.
but it's powerful.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I got my pinup girl. I got Eyeful in there. Of course, the beautiful city of Lowell and Bridge Street and the canal. And then, of course, the FU
Excellent.
cancer.
And how did you come up with, and did they allow you with the FU cancer? Not a problem, right?
Little General?
Yes.
Well, that's why we say FU.
I like it. A girl of my own heart, really.
I'll, make it somewhat appropriate somehow.
Right.
So, yeah, we, for the public, for
Did
businesses
they give you a
and
hard
whatnot.
time? Little.
It's not something that they can really
Right.
post. So,
Right.
and I understand that.
Yeah.
But
you did it
it's
in
something
your
that
own
we
way.
haven't backed down from. And this year, we actually kind of stuck to not really changing it to FU
Right.
cancer, just because this is who we are and this is what we started with. So
Right.
we're kind of being rebels this year.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody's going to knock you down.
It's okay. We don't care.
Right.
That's
It's
the
just a
whole point.
word. It's what you believe in, anyways. This is awesome. Now you have a huge event coming up. Now it's September 14th at 7 o'clock. Tell us a little bit about that event.
It is at the Smokehouse Tavern.
Right.
And
I know Pete has the invitation too.
Yeah, we have them all over town.
Good.
So
Thanks,
it starts
Pete.
at 6.
Good.
It starts at 6, and then it goes till a close. The Village Smokehouse has donated every year donates 15% of their earnings that night.
Wow.
So not only do they donate the space, they donate 15% of their earnings. So eat, drink, be merry, because they've always pushed us over a certain limit because of that. I mean, literally, they've always donated over $1,000. So that's wonderful. But this year we have 4 bands lined up.
Wow.
We have.
Do they play inside?
Yep.
Wow, that's
We have
awesome.
4 bands. Have you heard of the Party Band?
No.
They played last year. It's like a 25-piece horn band.
Really? Wow.
And they marched
Is it
around.
blues? Is it like
Yeah,
jazz?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
They marched around the whole city wearing our shirts and then marched into the smokehouse.
Oh, my goodness.
It was amazing. So this year we got 4 bands. We're super excited. They're more like funk, rock and roll.
Good.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm going to come.
Yes.
Is there anything that I need to bring?
You gotta
Just
wear
my
your
wallet,
shirt.
my
You gotta
shirt,
wear your
and my
shirt.
wallet, right?
Yes.
And a big
Don't
smile
forget
on
your
my
wallet.
face. Exactly. I definitely will wear my shirt. I wanted you to bring a shirt today. I'm
Yes.
happy to wear a shirt.
The shirts are super important. The main thing is I try to get everyone to purchase their shirt before the event, or you can purchase it at the event.
Mm-hmm.
But do plan on wearing your shirt, because we have a famous photo booth that we do every year, and the photo booth is just a riot to look at weeks after when we finally get them out online. But it's so much fun to see all the people wearing our shirts, having a good time,
and it's all for a great cause.
Yeah, we have a blast.
Good
So
girl.
we also have tons and tons of raffles. Every year our raffles are just amazing.
I couldn't believe the prices. I mean, you can go to your salon, Downtown Lowell, right? What's the address in your salon?
It's 35B Middle Street.
Okay.
So right in the heart of Lowell.
Or they can go to eyefulbeauty.com and they can email you.
Yes.
But it's $15 just to listen to all that, have a great night, be a part of a great cause, or $20 at the door. Where
Yep.
can you go for $20? And when you told me the raffles, I'm like, what they are and the prices.
I know.
It's just a super time.
We just got 4 tickets for the Red Sox yesterday.
You were saying that.
The other day we got a $400 car detail package.
Wow.
I mean, I need that.
I need
know
that bad too. You and me both. We'll split it up.
I mean, we just have a
That's a great idea.
I mean,
wow.
tons of great raffles.
Right.
And then not to mention all the local businesses that donate gift certificates to the restaurants and all that stuff. So
People are amazing, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
It's when you need help, people do come together to help out, which people
Absolutely.
are amazing.
this year, I mean, it's almost like it gets easier and easier every
Right.
year because people now are reaching out to us.
Right.
I mean, Cobblestone sent me an email the other day and they're like, why haven't you come by to talk to
Right.
me? And
He's
I'm just
great,
like,
Scott
I'm
Platt.
sorry.
Yeah, they're awesome, Kathleen and Scott.
I'll be there. They're like, we got something ready for you
Right.
and you haven't come by. I'm like,
Well, you worked hard. You girls
Yeah.
worked hard at the
But,
beginning.
you know,
You
it's
paved the
very-
pavement and you worked hard, but they know what you're doing out there. So
Yeah.
people want to jump, on and help
it's
out.
difficult. I mean, a lot of people don't understand. We're working and we're booked
Right.
solid.
Right.
So
People don't understand.
In order for us to
Right.
plan this benefit,
Right.
it's a lot of our personal time, a lot of time before and after work,
Right.
a lot of our days off.
Right.
So,
People
and it
don't.
is just my salon that it's putting this huge event together, and it's a lot of fun.
How important, Meghan, maybe for the young women out there that can't get themselves started, how important is it to volunteer, to get yourself motivated in something that you do believe in?
I think it's something that you have to be. You can't take life for granted, and so that there's so many different charities out there that you can be a part of,
Right.
and I think it's extremely important to be a part of them. Something that you are passionate about, at least. So there's people out there that are struggling. So being part of something like this, where you can actually help other people.
And you'll take volunteers on, right?
Oh, absolutely. This
Good.
year, actually, we've gotten a few emails on people that wanting
See?
to help, and it's like, where were you last year?
Right, no kidding. When I was running around with my head cut off, right?
Yeah, but it's awesome because this year, it just keeps getting better and better too. So
That's awesome.
this year we got all these all the raffle girls. We have 12 raffle girls this year, and all the girls are gonna get their own little present from us because last year they were just hustling.
Right. And they enjoy doing it.
They do.
But to
it's just
give them a little sentimental-
Because for
Right.
them, because of them and just going out there and just bebopping around
Right.
and being little social butterflies, we sold an enormous amount of tickets last year.
Girl.
With 300 people there, 75 tickets. We also, this year and last year, if you buy 50 tickets, you get a free door prize, which is a bottle of tequila.
Wow.
So
Very nice.
Yeah, if you buy $50 worth of raffle tickets, you automatically get a present.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
But it's all for the fun and
Yeah,
it's for a
it
great
is.
cause.
Everything's for fun. So
Good. Now, I know you have a motorcycle. I have a motorcycle too, because I saw that on Facebook. Do you get to relax? Do you get to enjoy yourself? And you have a great man I saw in your life.
Yeah.
Is he supportive?
absolutely.
Good, which is important,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, he owns his own business.
Which is good.
So, I mean, we're both very busy.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Do you
But
get to-
Sunday's our day.
Is your day. So you
If
make
I
it.
don't call you back on Sunday, I'm sorry.
That's okay, but how important is it for a woman to have a balance, to have a full life? You can have a full life, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I have to. Otherwise, I think I'd go crazy.
Right, right.
So, balancing my time has been something that I've struggled with forever. But
We all do.
It's
Priorities,
easier.
one day at a time.
Yeah, exactly. It's one day at a time. It's making a list. It's
Right.
getting it done and just crossing it off and
Right.
making yourself feel good at the end of the day that you got your list completed.
Right.
But and there's a lot of things that don't even make the list.
Right.
And it's just up here all the time. So riding my motorcycle is probably the one thing that allows me to forget everything.
Everything.
Yoga doesn't work. Going to the
Yoga
gym
girl
doesn't
either.
work.
I know. Well, I had to say, I give a big shout out to Fitz Fitness, Sean Eklund. God bless him. I'm like, I give you credit. He's like, just pay attention. You know, it's going to do it. I'm like, Shawnee? I call him Shawnee. I'm like, God bless him, because every day I'm like, really? That? He's like, you've been here for a year. I said, my year anniversary is coming up. I'm bringing champagne in here. He's like, when else do you want to like have an event? But I couldn't do yoga. My mind goes a mile a minute. Is that your mind too?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're constantly yelling at me because I'm not doing something right, because I'm looking or thinking something else.
Right.
But no, Sean's my neighbor. I see him and his girlfriend going to the
Miss
gym
M.
every day.
Yes. Yep. Miss M, that's how I got to know Sean, because I love Miss M.
She's super cute.
Adorable, and they're a cute couple, but they're like my favorite. They just laugh. They're like, oh God, here she comes again. There's probably there's going to be a puss on your face today, but he's very patient. Really, to deal with me, you have to be patient, both of them. But that's good. But it is important to have a balance. I'm going to ask you a couple. Well, before we get to a couple women questions, where do we go from here? You've accomplished so much at such a young age.
I'm just going to keep on pushing. My next big goal is to try to buy a commercial unit downtown.
Good.
I would like to also open a barbershop. So I want it to be under one roof. So I need a little bit bigger space for that.
I saw that on Facebook, your vintage chair.
I know, I'm starting to collect things because it's really happening. I know that I feel it in the next 1-2 years, it's definitely going to happen. So for Eyeful, that's really important for me. That's really important. But I live in the city. I work in the city. I love it. So the changes throughout the city are just exciting, and I think it will only help Eyeful in the future. So. But as for F Cancer, every year we'll be doing it. It's something that we do feel passionate about, and we're always out there in the community. So
I know, and you're doing wonderful things in the community. I can't believe we're almost over. Can you believe it?
It's been a quick 30 minutes.
I know. One question that I ask all the ladies out there: if you had a magic wand, what would you wish for the young women out there today in this environment, Meghan?
To be independent and to do it by yourself.
Right.
It's extremely important. Got to believe in yourself and take one day at a time.
That's great advice. I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank
you are a true inspiration, a true diva out there making a difference.
Thank you.
I had to give you my traditional Godiva chocolate and the Diva in You. Again, tell me the date. It's September 14th.
September 14th at the Village Smokehouse. Starts at 6 o'clock. We have 4 bands, tons and tons of raffles. We have a silent auction table, which is going to be very exciting. Please come out and join us. It's $15 if you want to come to the salon and buy your ticket, $20 at the door. You can also get your pre-order sale for the t-shirts, which is $20, and then at the event it'll be $25.
All right. I want to thank you for watching Dacey's Divas. Please, if anyone knows a huge inspiration like Meghan Harrah, you can check me out on my website at www.divas.us or massachusettswomen.org. And please let us know a remarkable woman like Meghan. Thank you for watching Dacey's Divas. I will see you soon, and make sure September 14th at this fabulous event.